Hi, everybody. I'm Heidi Monkarsh, and along with my wonderful fellow co-chairs, Lynn Biter, Kendra Bracken Ferguson, Rainey Williams, Andrea Cayton, Jennifer Yen, and Gloria Chain Yip, we are all thrilled to have each and every one of you with us as we celebrate the upcoming opening of the Cayton Children's Museum. Welcome to the many longtime supporters, and welcome to so many new faces that are joining us for the first time today. Today is a testament to our wide community of supporters and the exciting evolution that we are embarking upon. A very special thank you to our sponsors, Perlis and Yensa, and our generous vendors, especially the Sonoma Wine Garden that has opened their doors to us today. We've all been asked to write down our favorite quotes, so I thought I would share mine with all of you. It's a quote by Winston Churchill: "We make a living by what we get, and we make a life by what we give." And I think we all demonstrate that today by giving to something that we believe so deeply in. It is now my honor to introduce Esther Netter. Close to 30 years ago, she had a dream to change our world for the better by teaching children the values of tolerance, kindness, curiosity, and peace on earth, just to name a few. She understood so long ago that becoming a decent adult has to begin by teaching our children to become people of character and compassion. Hundreds of thousands of children and their families have been touched and inspired by Esther and her contagious enthusiasm. She is the incredible force that, through her extraordinary wisdom, energy, patience, drive, and perseverance, made her dream a reality. And the newest incarnation of her dream is the premier children's museum in Los Angeles. That is the Cayton.
Children's museums are magic. There's no other way to describe what a children's museum is all about. Your only required thing that gets you in, the only thing you need to get in, is a child. Our space isn't filled with right angles and flat and square rooms. They are rounded because children glide through space. They go around curves. They don't follow a linear pattern. So when we come with children to the Cayton, give in to the child. Let them be your tour guide for the experience. You don't have to finish everything. There's joy in just staying in one place because that's where you choose to be. Life isn't about finishing everything. Life is about finding those moments, relishing the ones that are profound and meaningful and ordinary but enjoyable, and it isn't a race. So the museum that we're creating is a space that will hopefully give you practice to pause, to meander, and to discover. We have 5 exhibit wings. Each are anchored in core lessons about what it means to be a good person. You practice reaching and striving in our Courage Climber. That's complete with a whole bunch of different interactivities, but also has perspective windows so that you can see the museum from on high and gain perspective. That's how kids learn what it means to see something from a different perspective. Our Launch Your exhibit is for 0 to 2-year-olds. So imagine that climber I just described, shove it on the ground, make sure it's well padded, covered in beautiful vinyl. That's our Launch Your exhibit. It's amazing for 0 to 2-year-olds. And then we have Together We. So it's a collection of really cool experiences that you can do on your own, but they are amplified and pack a punch when you do them together. It's an exhibit wing where we practice cooperation, sharing, taking turns, even being frustrated when someone else gets in your space. We have to learn what to do in those situations. And the last exhibit, when we were thinking about what else do we want our children to practice? What else do we want our children to master? The last exhibit is called Reflect On. And it's about a collection of exhibit experiences where we practice being thoughtful, practice being still enough to notice what's going on around us, and practice being quiet enough to hear. We can't hear someone asking for help if we're too busy talking. We can't listen to someone cry if we're making too much noise ourselves. So in each of these spaces, our visitors, they're going to get dirty, they're going to do art, they're going to play, they're going to try things on, they're going to be frustrated, they're going to conquer, they're going to achieve, they're going to learn. And they're going to do it all together in our space. And they're going to come back again and again and again. And here we are about to create the Children's Museum for decades, for hundreds of thousands of children and their families to come, to learn, to play, and to practice being their best self.
There were philosophies behind each and every exhibit. For example, the helicopter that Esther was just talking about and the ambulance. These were all things where our children could role play, which actually creates empathy in children, outside of the box thinking, and everything was methodical. So it was a very thought out process that Esther had started almost 30 years ago. That has also parlayed into the Youth Thing program, which is for our teens and youth all throughout Los Angeles, which is actually what I'm here to introduce today. We're honored to have Desiree, one of our Youth Thing students, and she's going to share with us a little bit about the program. Desiree has a really big resume, so I'm actually going to look at my notes. For a young girl, Desiree, you've done a lot. Desiree's finishing up her junior year at Hawking High School in the Community Health Advocate School. She's first participated with Youth Inc. program and Youth Services Beach Cleanup. She then participated in Teens in Government and College Access programs, and she is now a first-year ambassador with the Youth Inc. program. Please help me in welcoming our Youth Inc. ambassador, Desiree Vasquez.
I come from a single-parent household where it's just me and my dad. So in reality, he works a lot, so it's just kind of me and him all the time. And I'm here to tell you about my story and how youth Inc. has affected me and how it has made me the young woman I am to this day. Before being involved in Youth Inc., I was a girl who never spoke up for herself, who stayed quiet while people walked all over her. The shy girl who strayed away from a conversation with anyone new. My journey with Youth Inc. started as I was a freshman helping out with the beach cleanup. I remember that day I was so excited to go out and help and get involved. I remember that day I met Julia Taylor, the previous Youth Inc. director. This day, I saw how she carried herself, how confident she was in herself, and it made me want to be that way. It wasn't until I joined the Teen Development program that I truly began to become that confident version of myself. And I want to say thank you to Rebecca, Jocelyn, Esther, and everyone that made it possible to say this speech to you today. And thank you for being here today, and lunch is about to be served. Thank you.
It's such an honor to sponsor this event, but to me, the greatest honor is to help support women and children. I'm so excited for the opening of Cayton Children's Museum because this museum is going to be a pillar. It's going to connect communities and families and children. As I look back at my childhood, I wish I had access to a museum like this. We're going to do incredible things. And thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Desiree, for sharing your story. So I know that many of you have made a contribution and we really appreciate it. There are pledge cards on your table and any donation is greatly appreciated. There's nothing that is too small, and just a $50 donation can help underwrite the expenses of a family of 4 to attend the Cayton Children's Museum. Thank you for being here today, for investing in the minds and values of children and our future generations. And there's going to be the staff of Cayton Children's Museum that's going to come and collect your pledge cards, and feel free to reach out to us if you guys have any questions. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you go to Yensa Beauty to get Shade Match. It's a superfood cosmetic, and each product is infused with 8 superfoods, and it's a BB cream, CC cream, full coverage foundation in one. But make sure you walk away with some beauty products. Thank you so much. Thank you.